Good morning, students. I hope you all have seen part 1 of chapter 4 Supreme Court of Social Science. Now, moving ahead with the part 2. Why is judiciary independent? So, this question arises, why is judiciary independent? Imagine yourself in a situation where a powerful person captures the land belonging to your family and you go to the court to get your property back, but the system is such that a powerful influential person can remove or transfer a judge from his or her post. In such a situation, the judge would favor the powerful person only. See, they have given one example to imagine yourself in the situation when there is a situation when some powerful person is there and he or she has been captured the land that was belonging to your family, and you when you go to the court to get your property back, but the system is such that a powerful person who is a powerful person can remove or they can transfer the judge from his or her position. In such a situation, the judge would favor the powerful person only, and in this situation when this arises, the judge will favor the powerful person only. So because of all this, so if the judiciary is deprived of freedom, if powerful influential person can control the judiciary, then there would be no impartial judgment. See, if the judiciary that has been derived of freedom, and if some powerful person can control the judiciary, then there will be no impartial judgment. So that is the reason why our constitution does not allow such kind of interference. Because of this, our constitution, they don't allow such kind of interference, and that is why judiciary has been kept independent. And because of this reason, the judiciary has been kept independent from legislature also and executive. The reason of being keeping the judiciary independent was this. And thus, once the judges are appointed in the High Court and the Supreme Court, and it becomes very difficult to expel them from their respective positions. See, it becomes very difficult to expel them from their position. And if an individual feels that his or her fundamental rights is violated, he or she can go to the court, and he and she can they can appeal to the court. See, independence of the judiciary is what a neutral and impartial judiciary that protects and preserves the right of its citizen. See, this judiciary they helps to solve the differences that are arising between the centers and the states, or between one state and the other. And judiciary does an important task also of interpreting constitutionality of provision that has been given in the law. And by doing this, the judiciary sees that the constitution they remain supreme at any given point of time. The executive does not violate of the constitution. See, the constitution sees that the judicial process is conducted without any mistakes or delay, and that the citizen gets quick, cheap, and equal justice. So that was about the independence of judiciary. And that's why the judiciary is an independent. If we discuss about it, that we have discussed why it has been independent, the judiciary. So the reason is this only, that because see, the judges be under anyone's influence, or if they are controlled by any influential or powerful people, then they will not be able to give impartial judgment. They won't be able to give impartial judgment. And therefore our constitution they does not allow any such interference. They don't allow such interference, and consequently the judiciary is independent of the legislature also and the executive body. So that was about why is judiciary independent. Now, seeing ahead is, are the courts at various levels connected with one another? Yes, they are. To understand this, let us understand the procedure of filing a petitions. If an individual finds a judgment given by the lower court not satisfactory, then he or she can file a petitions in the upper court. See, if the person who files petitions in a court, in the lower court, and if he feels that it is not satisfactory, then he can file a petition in the upper court also. And this we will see through example. To understand this concept, let's discuss a case. See, there is a case, and to understand this concept very clearly, let us go through with this case. There were few houses in the southern direction where Ratlam municipality has had constructed road. See, there were few houses in the southern direction where Ratlam municipality they have constructed roads, and behind these houses was an old road leading to the government college, and there was a old road that was leading to the government college, and near the junction of the old and the new municipality road there was a two road there was a near this junction of old and new municipality road ran a culvert of dirty water. There was a culvert of a dirty water. Industries released dirty water infested with chemicals in this culvert. See, all the dirty water was being passed from the industries with the chemicals in it. It had become the source of foul smell and mosquitoes also. See, because of this, there was a foul smell also and mosquitoes. Slum dwellers answered the natural calls by the sides of these culverts. The health department had failed in controlling the mosquitoes. See, the health department they also failed in controlling the mosquitoes, and the residents, the people who were living there, had repeatedly written application to remove the dirt around it. See, they wrote application to remove all this dirt around it, but the health department failed to take care of it too. And as a result, what happened? The resident they appealed in the taluka court. See, they went to the taluka court, the court of the subdivision magistrate. See, here you will see all the magistrate gave the verdict in the favor of the residency. Verdict means what? A decision on any issue of fact in a civil or a criminal case. So the magistrate they gave the verdict in the favor of the residents. See, let us discuss stepwise. Judgment verdict by the taluka court. See, first of all, we'll see this about the taluka court, and see what is there. The municipality and the town improvement trust have failed in their duty of maintaining cleanliness. Both the institutions are ordered to cleanse the place with immediate effect. Within 15 days, the work of a closed drainage should be completed. See, then they went to the municipality challenged this verdict in the Ratlam district court. See, the judgment that was passed by the district court, the judgment of the taluka court is declared to be unfair. And then the residents challenged the verdict in the High Court. The High Court sustained the verdict of the Taluka Court but added to the verdict. See, judgment by the what was by judgment by the High Court. For a closed drainage system, 7 months' time is given instead of 15 days. The pits should be filled with a soil to stop the water accumulation and mosquito breedings. All work should be completed within 2 years. See, the Ratlam municipality was unhappy with the verdict, and so it moved to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court sustained the judgment of the Taluka Court and further ordered that, see what Supreme Court ordered? The chemical and the dye plants which were responsible for the pollution should be closed with the joint efforts of the municipality and the state government. See, in this you can see the judges giving out the judgment. See, in this case, so when we discuss about the various judgment that the different courts in the case of Ratlam municipality, they were how the verdict by the Taluka court. See, what was that? The municipality and the town improvement trust, they have failed in their duty also of maintaining cleanliness, and both the institution they ordered to clean the place with immediate effect, and the work of a closed drainage should be completed within 15 days. And however, the municipality they challenged this verdict in the Ratlam District Court. And see, the following is the ruling of the District Court. The judgment of the Taluka Court is hereby declared unfair. And this verdict was challenged by the resident, and they went where to the High Court. And the High Court sustained the judgment of the Taluka Court but added some words to it. And see, the following is the verdict of the High Court. For a closed drainage system, 7 months' time is given instead of 15 days. And the pit should be filled with the soil to stop water accumulation and mosquito breeding. And the work should be completed within 2 years. See, the Ratlam municipality been unhappy with the verdict appealed to the Supreme Court. So, however, the Supreme Court sustained the judgment of the Taluka Court, and further they ordered that the chemical and the dye plants which were responsible for the pollution should be closed with the joint effects of the municipality and the state government. See, in this way, there were all these were the various judgment that was being given by the different courts in the case of Ratlam municipality. Now we will see is, can any citizen appeal in a court? See, we have learned that any citizen in a court for the protection of his or her fundamental rights. But in reality, poor people find it very difficult to go to the court. And the legal procedure not only requires a lot of money and a paperwork, but also it is very time consuming. And for a poor person who is illiterate and incurring irregular income, it becomes really tough to go to court and demand justice. See, it is said over here that we have learned that any citizen they can file appeal in a court for the protection of his fundamental rights, but it is really very difficult for the poor people. They find it difficult to go to the court, and the legal procedure that not only require a lot of money also and paperwork, but also very time consuming also it is. And see, these poor people who are illiterate, they don't have sufficient income, that it becomes very tough for that people to go to the court and demand justice. So that's why, keeping this fact in mind, the Supreme Court announced the provisions of the public interest litigation, that is PIL, in the year 1980. See, we have discussed that above when we were discussing about the Supreme Court, that we have discussed about the PIL. See, any citizen can approach to the court, and they will and file his complaint, but it is difficult for the poor people, and because they have less earning and daily wages, they go to the court and demand justice. It becomes very difficult for them, and to protect their fundamental right, they have no money to fight the cases in the court. And the process of justice not only the time consuming also, and it is all very costly also. So as a result, what become, it become difficult for the poor people so to approach the judiciary and demand justice. And keeping this fact in mind, so Supreme Court they announced the provisions of public interest litigation, that is PIL. It was been in the year 1980. And with this, the Supreme Court has made an efforts that maximum people can reach up to the court. See, maximum people they can reach to the court and give the just and give justice to as many people as it can with this system, and they can give the justice. Any individual or institution can file a case on behalf of people from the deprived classes also, and if any of the fundamental rights and been violated, and then a citizen can appeal straight in the High Court or in the Supreme Court. See, after 1980, PIL was used to bring justice to many deprived sections of the society. And for example, PIL were filed to free laborer for inhuman labor, or to release the prisoner from the jail in Bihar after their term of punishment was over. See, the judiciary they tries to reach out and give the justice to as many people as it can with this system. And the judiciary they also have the right to any person or institution to file a case on behalf of people they have been deprived classes. See, if any fundamental rights that is being violated, then the citizen, they can appeal straight to the Supreme Court or the High Court. See, for example, two examples have been given here. That is PIL, public interest litigation, that was filed to free laborer from inhuman labor, and the second was to release prisoner who were not released from the jail in Bihar even after they had served their terms. So this was about PIL, that is public interest litigation. See, you can see in the picture a laborer pulling a hand cart. Now, things to know: the midday meal program launched in the government aided school too is an outcome of one such PIL. See, midday meal that is being served in the government aided school. That is also one of such PIL aided outcome of this PIL, that is public interest litigation. And see, if the Supreme Court finds any PIL regarding fundamental rights and or its implementation inappropriate, then the court may punish the person, group of people, or the institution. See, when the Supreme Court they find any PIL regarding, that is regarding the fundamental rights or its implementations, if that is inappropriate, that is not appropriate, then the court they may also punish the person or a group of people or the institution. They have rights. So that was all about it, about the Supreme Court. I hope you all have understood this chapter very nicely. Thank you for listening.